Yo, I'm not even in the right fucking clothes for this, but so this freaking YouTuber by the name of Sound of a Shadow Productions and everything, you already saw a video of the copyright strike that was put on my channel, but I just thought maybe I'd read this since apparently he made a whole ass fucking document based off of certain things, and most of them were blatant lies, but I just thought maybe I'd read it so I can probably like prove certain things, see what's true, see what isn't, you know? So it says, hi there, thanks for stopping by and taking the time to read this. There's a lot to unpack here. Yeah, there definitely is, and you're welcome. I decided to read this. I'm not one for drama, and it pains me to be at a point where I have to do one of these, but it comes to pose with territory, right? YouTube isn't what it used to be. That is very true. YouTube is not what it used to be. I suppose let me first by saying that do not harass the individual in question here. I am not doing this with an attempt to have the internet dogpile this person. I am doing this to show proof of my interactions with someone who has decided to completely uncivil, to lie, to steal my music, throw slurs around, and then double down in all regards when caught and called out on it. I am aware that he is asking his followers to report and harass, not asking the same in return. I only to be heard out and to document my experience. Okay, for one, I did not say harass anybody. Reporting and harassing are two different things. Harassment is something that I never condone in any way, shape, or form. So I would just like to say that I never once any of the posts that I made, whether it be on Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube, I never once fucking said to harass anybody. That is just something that I do not condone. And I don't need to give anyone a constant reminder to stop fucking harassing anybody because I never once said that. Reporting is one thing. I never once said to harass anybody. Let's make that shit clear. If you see my Twitter recently, you already know, but I'm documenting here with receipts everything that has happened. This is to keep my name in the clear and protect myself and my work. I respect that. If you somehow made it here on behalf of Arnold Stark to dogpile me, all I ask is that you give this document a fair shake. At least look at the screenshots and watch the videos before passing judgment. Again, I don't condone any readers of the document to engage with this individual on my behest. Let us begin. Like I said, I didn't say to harass anybody. Reporting is one thing, but I never said to harass. Arnold Stark, also known as Arnold Stark 1231 on Twitter and Arnold Stark 123 on YouTube. That's not even my real name, but whatever. First contacted me in December 2023. That is true. I was asked to do music for his Sonic related project and I declined due to not having time. Okay, that is perfectly understandable. But did offer him access to use my arrangement and remixes and mentioned the Google Drive I store on those people to have access to. This is an important tidbit, so keep that in mind for later. Okay, that is actually very true. I did ask because I did see a majority of his music before, and I think his stuff is pretty good. Wanted to see if he wanted to compose for my cartoon, but I guess he just declined because he never had time, which is perfectly fine. It's understandable. There was some back and forth, and ultimately he seemed not to be able to get into the drive. He was asking permission. This should have been a red flag because I think he was hopping. I'd give him access to edit the drive, which was weird, but I chalked it up to just perhaps him not knowing how to use Google Drive. I knew how to use Google Drive, but I didn't know how you would have operated Google Drive, so I wasn't entirely sure. There's also discussion about needing my full legal name to credit me in the project, which is also a bit weird. Sound have been a red flag number two. Actually, the reason why I usually would ask about it is usually because, like, imagine if this was just like a regular cartoon project and stuff, and like someone actually did look into my cartoon and wanted to distribute it. They would at least want to know the real names too, just in case if anything does happen, you know. I mean, I'm sure not everybody operates like this, but that was just kind of how I thought of it. That was just kind of how my mind was at the time. And to be fair, majority of stuff of him, what he mentions in his document, I was 16. I was like 15 to 16 when all this was happening, you know? Let's be honest here. I didn't know everything at this time. I'm understanding things now, but back then I was like 15 to 16. I didn't know everything at that time, so like, yeah. Then he proceeds to ask me about what software I use and how I make my music, that he somehow was able to recreate my work before. Red flag number three. It's not really a red flag number three. I did manage to recreate some of it, but not everything. And I asked for a different software because I wanted to get better, you know? I like getting better with the things that I create. That's just how I am personally. Hell, before I used Flip-A-Clip for my animations, I actually tried to use Ibis Paint. And I'm sure that it's a pretty good software for some, but it wasn't my cup of tea, so I just decided to no longer use it. That just as an example. I should have just ended contact with them at this point. Everything is weird and fishy. I try to be kind and cordial and helpful with anyone who engages with me over my work and music because I love making it and I love sharing it. It'll be setting boundaries from here on out for sure. love sharing it. Note, I should state at this point the individual can't seem to respond to the newest comment in a thread and remotely likes to reply to other posts in the thread. I believe I did so as well when replying with my software. And a comment with that info is embedded under one of these other tweets. A follower of mine pointed out later that I did answer his question, but I didn't recall. Again, save that tidbit for later. The last screenshot in this section was taken after the fact just for context. Screenshots below of the entire initial reaction. Yeah, this was literally, this is a screenshot from when I had my original profile picture. This was literally, like, the whole interaction right here. You could pause the video for yourself if you want to read it, but I'm gonna just skim over it. This is another half of the screenshot right here, based off of that conversation, again, based off of what he spoke on. All of this, most of this is very true. Also, same screenshot here. Again, you could pause the video if you want to skim over this, but, like, this is literally, yeah, I honestly can understand why he would say not to use the real name, because I don't think he ever used it on any of the platforms he uses or anything. But I actually didn't get to tell him this at the time, but I did say that if he wanted to use his name, his real name would never even be used outside of the project in question. Nowhere else, really. But I guess I didn't get to say that at the time, nor was I really that smart enough to actually point that shit out. So I actually do feel bad on this part, and I do apologize. And yeah, again, this was based off of what I just mentioned and everything. I should have said something at the time, but I didn't, and I honestly, genuinely just feel bad, you know? It's kind of, yeah, I kind of just feel bad about right here. And like, and yeah, late dig up on me responding to my software use, missed the initial conversation below. Okay, this part right here, I want you guys to listen out for. Respectfully, that's a hard ask. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Though if you have the compatibility of recreating the songs, why not just do them from scratch anyways? I found it on a fan made Sonic SoundCloud so you can find online. I forget where I found them though. Okay, why not recreate? Why not just do them from scratch anyway? Now, keep in mind that video that I posted before saying that I got a copyright strike for a track that I made. He said just do them from scratch. That is what I did when I was uploading my remastered cut of my short. I even compared the two of them in that video. He says here, why not just do them from scratch? That is what I did, and the guy still struck my video for it. Keep that shit in mind, y'all. I eventually got busy with other stuff and dropped the conversation and don't reply after this. Let's fast forward to January 2024. Yes, I made a post about Twitter, Xbox, Sonic, X Shadow Generations, and you decided to re-engage with me unrelated to the post. Look, I just found the most recent post and decided to comment on it, since I know most people be responding to the most recent shit they post on there. Okay, I wasn't fully thinking. It's not entirely my fault. This is where things really take off. Enter conversation below. Some screenshots are result of him requote tweeting me, asking me to respond to threads. Not sure if he was trying to draw attention from his audience. I really don't know, but just context for why the thread isn't necessarily continuous. Okay, that part where he's like like with the audience part, honestly, any publicity is decent publicity. At least that's what I've been told, but I could be wrong on this front. So anyone that comes could tell me how and why I'm wrong on that part. Please explain, because I would love to hear it. Profanity, racist, and ableist slurs ahead. Yes, I use profanity, but I don't say no racist, ableist. Like, what the fuck? Okay, this is another one of those screenshots based off of that game announcement. Yes, that was rooted on call for especially starting its run related to the post. So I must have missed your original question or prior conversation. People you're attempting to network with. Bro, I was like 15 or 16, man. I didn't know how to be professional. I'm learning how to do that right now. I'm learning how to do that now, though. Really, no. How you carry yourself online has been very unprofessional, honestly quite entitled. I'm not interested in helping or collaborating with someone who is unabashedly presents themselves in such a way. I'm no longer comfortable with you using or remaking any of my music for your projects. Please do not do so. Or remaking it. Ah, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, dude, all I did was sarcastically freaking say, bro, I'm obviously joking because you didn't help me for shit. Dude, that's just my freaking sarcasm. And I'm sure that not everybody's a fan of my sarcasm, but that's just me. I'm just a snarky kid on the internet, dude. I'm a snarky dude. But I did not say anything really rude here. I'm just a snarky dude. But damn, I didn't realize that that would affect you, make you so butthurt that you end up saying, I'm not comfortable with you using or remaking any of my music. Like, bro, I'm just a snarky kid. Like, damn. People will remake your song regardless of how you feel, and there's nothing you can do about it. You could try to sue me or other people if you want to. I don't think anyone else, including myself, would care less. That, again, me being snarky, because I honestly wouldn't care. A lot of people remake other people's songs all the time. You literally did remixes and remakes of Sega tracks on your channel. Something I pointed out in the other video that I posted not too long ago. So, who are you to tell me you're not comfortable with it? Like, come on, dude. Seriously, I've seen people even do renditions of Nintendo music, and half of those didn't even get taken down yet. And I'm sure Nintendo's probably not happy with it, but people still do that shit anyway. So who are you to come and tell me this shit, you know? A simple request, please do not do that, thank you. And I said, bitch, literally almost every single track you have on your channel are renditions of existing Sega music. So saying that people can remake yourself as BS considering half of them aren't even yours. See? I literally said that, didn't I? I just freaking called that! Maybe you should have just helped me out and told me what software you use so I could use it for myself. But since you didn't bother to do that, don't expect me to be so kind. Okay, this part here, though, I actually was a bit of an asshole here. And if I actually wanted to, I could have just said my apologies for that. I actually could have been a little bit more mature in that moment. Most of the times, I'm just a snarky guy. But this one, I can actually see where the immaturity stems from. So I will take accountability for that. That is literally manipulative, toxic harassment. I owe you nothing. It's not manipulative. Okay, it may have been a little bit toxic because I must have been a little bit rude for this moment here, but I never. That was not harassment, so that is where you're wrong there, buddy. I don't know what the fuck is you on, bro. Whether this was about me specifically doesn't matter. It feels weird that you say you don't want your music being remade when half of them of the remixes you don't own, and two, you even made a video saying that anyone could use them, and I even posted the link proving that. I even posted the link. I'm sure I probably could show like a screenshot of it when this video is edited in the editing process. I think I probably might have showed that on the screen already. You specifically no longer have my permission to use or remake my music, be an arrangement, original, or remix. I do not want anything I have worked on to appear in anything you create, period. Please do not do so. I cannot be any more clear. You've been clear way too many times, dude, but again, it just feels a little bit hypocritically not comfortable with it when you probably made music that most people probably weren't comfortable with. I mean, I'm sure that the band One OK Rocked probably wouldn't be okay with you remaking their arrangement of the song Vandalize, because that is a heavily copyrighted licensed song. I'm sure they're probably not okay with it, and yet you choose to make it anyway. Think about that shit for a minute. Think about it. It's not even, by the way, for those who play Sonic Frontiers, that is not an original song. That is a song, that is a licensed song that was made by an actual band that isn't Crush 40 or anyone at Sega's team or anything. Just thought I'd point that shit out. The only thing I'm not understanding is why you're being so spiteful. All I did was ask about what Sega Genesis software you used to make your music, but you just choose to be a dick about it instead of just answering my question. If you answer my question, then it's BS what happened. Which is true. I missed the question the first time, and I did apologize for that. Okay. Alright, let me read more of this. Instead of re-asking or checking in, you decide to post a petty comment, be disrespectful. Dude! It is me being snarky, bro. I'm just a snarky kid. Like, holy crap. Violence and a borderline threat. You use ableist slurs and I use profanity, but I never said anything of ableist slurs. What the fuck are you talking about? No point taking the high road or showing any modicum of respect or professionalism. You act like an entitled child, and I'm not here for it. Well, technically, I am a child, but I'm not entitled. But I never act entitled for a lot of things that I do. Again, I was a snarky, rebellious teenager, okay? Don't get freaking mad at me over that. This nigga is calling me ableist even though I'm autistic. Like, yeah, how am I ableist? I never really said anything ableist. Like, what? I never said anything freaking ableist. And even if I did, which I didn't, all I would say is that what you're doing was retarded behavior. It is. And guess what? When I use the word retarded, I hope YouTube doesn't ban my video for this. And when I'm using that word, I'm using that in a different context. If I'm saying someone's behavior is the R word, then I'm using it in the context of that person's actions, not them as a person. So how am I being ableist again? Think about it. In summation, he was rude and disrespectful out of the blue. When I called him on it, he doubled down. I told him I would not answer his question and that I did not wish to work with him. You didn't have to work with me, but like, whatever, and use my work as a result. In writing several times, I requested him not to use my work. He avoided any responsibility and instead ramped up his entitlement, basically saying he was going to use my work whether I wanted him to or not. I never fucking said that. I said that other people are going to be doing that regardless of how you feel. I never said I would do that. I never fucking said that. So please get your facts straight. He avoided any okay. Again, I will mention at this point that I had forgotten to tell him my software previously and was later corrected by apologize anyway. And the funny thing is, since I gave him that he was asking for, the entire interaction was for nothing. Completely just antagonistic, harassing behavior on his part. Bro, I didn't harass you, dude. All I did was say some snarky remarks, but that never correlates to harassment. I don't know what this means. A very toxic interaction, and to this day, the one and only time I've ever had to endure this kind of behavior from someone in my YouTube music making career. I blocked him after this, and he returned the favor. Yeah, I did, because if people are just gonna block me, I'll block them back like it's fair, you know? But I knew that this wouldn't be the end of this. I've had eyes and ears in other places, and I've been keeping an eye on his YouTube channel and his Twitter accounts because of his threat to not be so nice. Bro, that's not a threat. That's just me being a sarcastic, snarky kid. Like, holy shit, dude. How, dude, that wasn't a threat. That wasn't a threat. Now that I hadn't bent to his will, I knew it was only a matter of time before he sought revenge on me for not enabling him. Bro, why would you even look at my channel in the first place, dude? Are you kidding me? Are you terminally online? Didn't you say before that you were married in one of your videos? Like, if you're married, shouldn't you be spending time with your wife? Shouldn't you be spending time with your wife and not being terminally online looking at someone's channel, dude? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what are you doing? Full disclosure, take this one with a grain of salt. I was not able to get a video screenshot of this, but wanted to document it anyways. He uploaded a sped up version of my song Concrete Skyline Zone Act 1 to some stock screen animation. Claimed that it was his own composition and had the brass audacity to tag T-Lopes in it, literally clout chasing with work that isn't even hit. Okay, I'm gonna just clarify this shit now. I only shouted out T-Lopes because I love the guy's work, and the track that I made was semi-inspired by him. And you said take this with a grain of salt. Dude, you don't even have a video screenshot, but you do have a picture screenshot. And yes, the original video was around a minute long. This is an important note because the song is from my Sonic Shift OST, our original compositions, not remixes, not arrangements, so I did not put them in the Google Drive. This means he used an illegal MP3 ripper to get the audio for this in these songs. More on that later. Okay, bro, I would just like to say this right now. An MP3 ripper is not illegal. If it really was illegal, those websites would still not be around. It would not be around if they were so illegal. YouTube, it would have been shut down a long time ago. And they've been around for a while from what my friends have told me personally. So, like, who are you to tell me that they're illegal? Like, if they were illegal, they would have been shut down a long time ago, you know? Like, I haven't seen people do that with freaking ROMs that people post online. Like, the fuck? I believe this post has since been deleted, but here's all I have of it. A still screenshot. He did something similar with the menu music theme in mine as well, although no Tila's tag on that one. Okay, I will clarify this. I'm not sure whether or not I did because this was so long ago. I think I probably did delete the original tweet because I have been getting a bunch of other people harassing me over it. So I kind of just said, I'm just going to delete this and move on. I think that's what I did. I'm not sure if it's still on there. I don't remember because around the time when this happened, I did have to go to the hospital because of a concussion that I had. So most of my memory is a bit funky. So this is all that I can say as of this for now. Now let's move on to Friday, May 17th. Oh yeah, not too long ago. Little Birdie tells me that a song of mine has been used in one of Arnold's videos, and wouldn't you know, it was yet another song from my Sonic Shift OST, this time Aurora Glade Act 1. Once again, it was sped up drastically. He stole my song after I explicitly revoked permission, illegally took songs I did not offer, and then proceeded to credit himself as the composer in the credits. So I took action, I struck the video and had it removed. And he went ballistic, claiming it was a false claim and a false slight, pity-partying all over his Twitter, asking for help, tagging people and Team YouTube for advice to try and make it a case for his innocence. But not before unblocking me and stating out of the gate with an insult, of course. Okay, this part is somewhat true. Yes, I went ballistic because I never had to deal with a strike on my content before. A claim? Yeah. Blocking? Sure. But not a straight-up strike. So I have every right to act so ballistic over that. I have every right to go ballistic over it. Alright? And I said, take down the strike, you bitch. Yes, that was a fucking insult. It was. But I did not know how else to handle it or take it. I was angry. And and again, I never had to deal with a strike before. So I really had no, like, how else did you want me to react? I could have handled it in any other ways, but I never had to deal with a strike before. So I really did not know how I was supposed to act because I've never had this happen before. And again, this post right here is available on my Twitter for those who do use it. I don't use it, but like I have it and post on there. But yeah, the screenshot is there. It does exist. If anyone remotely cares, please help. And even one of the voice actors, even for my cartoon, even commented on it, which was pretty cool. And there's another screenshot. Yeah, like I said, it doesn't mean I stole it. The claimant said I used a completely different music and altered its pitch with my software. After some time, I was informed that he had made a video and put it on Twitter, proving that he made the song. I noticed at that point that he had also unblocked me and was telling me that I did a copyright strike and immediately blocked him. Not true. Okay, like I said, my brain was a bit funky, so I probably did make an edit, so I made an editing mistake. I couldn't edit the actual post because you have to pay money to actually edit the original tweet that you post, but I wasn't going to delete it and repost that shit anyway, so I just said, fuck it, I'm going to just leave it as it is. I did make a mistake there, and I will take accountability for that. Ironically, he reposted a tweet of him screenshotting him, so bad-mouthing me after the initial block, seeing how remorse about the situation was handled. Crockett handles. You didn't even type the word in right, dude. Did you fucking rush this shit, dude? Crocodile teals are all day wrong. But I'm not a crocodile. How's a crocodile cry? Okay, all jokes aside, though, like, for real. And this was, the actor, one of my voice actors' posts on that. And, you know, looking back on this post, I could have handled the whole situation way better. I've never been so arrogant and ignorant. If anyone who saw this post, I'm sorry you had to see that past side of me. And yes, I was a snarky kid, and I've also probably said some pretty rude stuff and some dumb jokes. I am not going to deny that. And like I said, I should have been a lot more responsible over that. I should have been a little bit more respectful on some of the things that I've said, and I will take accountability for it. Like, I'm not going to, like, lie about it. And these were the first two pieces of a video that I uploaded on my channel already. So if you don't want to go on Twitter and find it, you don't have to. You could just look it up on my YouTube. I already posted it on there. Below the link is to his defense, a video at the link below where he does a side-by-side comparison. The video is an altered re-upload to what he originally posted on Twitter. Screenshot directly above, which you just saw. Please pay close attention to side-by-side comparison portion as well as the screenshots. Okay, yup, and he posted the links too. I probably can't click on them, they probably don't even work, but I'm not going to risk it. After seeing the video, I unblocked him and decided to press him on the matter. At this point, it's apparent to me that he not only took the work, but has no idea what he's talking about. He has no idea the first thing about making music. Long screenshots to follow. This is directly in response to his Twitter video. Saying I have no idea about making music. My father literally was in the music industry before he had me. Before him and mom got married and ended up having me as their child, he was in the music industry. And he's taught me a lot of things about music. And Dad, if you're watching this video, shout out to you, man. So who are you to tell me that I don't know anything about making music when I have a father who's been in the music industry and has showed me a lot of the stuff he's done, teaching me what it means to do music so I can try it for myself. Hell, he was the one who gave me the idea to work on my own original tracks for my cartoon. So what proof do you have saying that I don't know about making music, huh? Who are you to fucking say that? You're not my dad, you're not my brother, you're not anyone related to me, you're not my friends, you're not my friend group, you're nothing. So who are you to tell me this, you know? And these are the screenshots based off of about him speaking to me and everything. So I just thought I'd say, like, if you want to read this on Twitter or pause the video here, like, go right ahead. You can totally do that. It's perfectly fine. And I also did clarify that yes, I usually do end up deleting some parts of the original stuff that I work on, and I know, and he might end up saying later on that no composer he's known ever does that, which is very true. Not every no composers do it, at least not all of them, but I do because I don't really see the point in saving the originals, you know? I already have them preserved on like multiple platforms on my computer and tablets and stuff, so like I don't really have a reason to save a bunch of shit, especially when it's probably gonna fill up too much storage and blow up my shit anyway, you know? And guess what? I don't have anything against the guy. I never had anything against the guy. I just wish he didn't strike my video. I don't really have anything to say on it. Difference between arrangement and original composition, but perhaps you're right. I could credit the composers instead of just the game. We'll definitely consider doing so. See, this was in response to me telling him about the fact that he remixed a Sega track and not bothered to give Tomoya Ohtani or Sega their credit. And he's like, maybe, perhaps I will consider. So that means you never considered it from the beginning. So why are you accusing me of something, and yet you're doing the exact same shit you're accusing me of, which is uploading music without credit, which, by the way, again, I didn't steal your fucking music, but who are you to tell me about this when you have been doing that yourself? You remixed one of Sega's tracks and didn't give them credit for it, and now you're saying you'll consider? Why don't you just do that shit from the fucking beginning, you know? Ever thought about that? Like, the fuck? Now, this was all screenshots based on that post, so if you guys have Twitter, you could totally just find it on there. Perfectly fine. Again, you could pause the video and look at these if you want to, but if you want to go on Twitter too, go ahead and do that. That's perfectly fine. You can... Oh, yeah. Actually, remember when I told you earlier, when I said that he was perfectly fine with me remaking some of these tracks and stuff for my own stuff before he then changed his mind. During that time when all that was passing, I did remake one of his tracks. One of them was a Genesis cover of the Sonic Underground theme, and I posted it on my Instagram. I was going to use it for my Sonic Heroes X project at some point if I were to do a crossover with that cartoon. And I might still end up using it. Or not, who knows, because this person might end up fucking striking me for no reason, but I just thought I'd clarify this now. And here's something, and I also, like I said, I didn't steal anything and all this stuff, blah blah blah. This is all a bunch of screenshots and everything. And then I did this. At this point, the strike remains. He won't fess up to stealing it and hasn't agreed to remove it. He's trying to placate me with pleasantries, showing me respect he had previously given. All a ruse, mind you. All a ruse? I gave you respect and I moved on. But you know what? Okay, actually, let me read the rest of this. Hold on. Believe the song. He sincerely thinks I'm going to believe this song was his own creation. Because it was. A song had... Okay, I would just like to say this right now. I remembered in the last video that I posted, I showed him a screenshot from Google that showed that even if there's a song that sounds even remotely similar, identical to another song, that's not infringement. Let's roll the clip here. Oh, and I also did some research on whether or not that music that sounds somewhat similar to each other or somewhat identical counts as infringement or something, to see if that was the case, and it turns out that a musical work that happens to sound nearly identical to pre-existing copyrighted musicals does not infringe on the author's copyright if the similarity occurred by coincidence or just because the two songwriters happened to come up with the same work independently. So this literally proves right there that this person completely struck my video for no fucking reason. Because get this, I did not steal any of that guy's work. Period. End of story. And if this guy's watching this, go fuck yourself. So keep that shit in mind. And this guy is still telling me that he thinks that I'm lying, saying that I believe that the song was my own creation. It was my own creation, dude! It was my own creation! What do you mean? It was my own creation! I even showed a screenshot from Google to prove that I didn't do anything wrong. But whatever, let's just keep reading from this. Name has been contested. We received a notification below in response to copyright removal request that you submitted. A counter notification, a legal request to reinstate a video that was removed due to a copyright removal request. Uploader to keep from reinstating. You completely twisted the narrative because I actually made this whole copyright removal request and everything because you struck my video before I even made this post right here. This right here, I did this way before I even decided to do this, okay? Keep that shit in mind. I'm surprised. How do you not know this? I should have been prepared for this. I know all too well how to how involved YouTube gets in handling disputes. Basically, outside of claiming and taking down videos, if anything legal has to occur beyond that, it's out of their hands, and they expect you to legitimate accordingly and provide proof that you're in motion of doing so. I knew this would possibly, honestly, one I should have had ready before even placing the strike. So I reached out to some legal contacts I knew to begin getting advice on how to proceed. Filing legislation is definitely an option, and I have the means to do so, but I have to question if it's worth it. Him countering the claim puts the ball in my legal court. I believe that what this individual is doing is morally and ethically wrong and disrespectful to art stake of all kinds, is disregarding to me, my work, and all the community who does fan works. But realistically, I'm not losing money by him stealing and using my work, at least not yet anyways. I have the funds and connections to seek something akin to a cease and desist order at very least, or to pay for counsel to see if I have a full lawsuit I could file, and I have to weigh if ethics and morals are worth the money it would cost to do any of that. Before bidding the bullet, I offered him a compromise. All I wanted this place for him not to use my work, forget I exist, go about his business, and leave me and my work out of his endeavors. I am asking only for me and my wishes to be respected. I don't want his money. I don't want to sue him. If you're saying you don't want to sue me, then why are you saying that you would pursue legal action over a song that just because sounds similar to yours doesn't mean I fucking stole it? So why are you saying that you would take legal action anyway if you're saying that you don't want to sue me? Why not just not think about doing cease and desist and legal action to begin with? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is your brain on? What are you smoking, my guy? Have full lawsuit, ethics, and morals and everything. Okay, I don't want to sue him. I don't even want him banned or shut down or anything like that. I truly do not want to jump through legal hoops just for the sake of moral and ethical practice among fellow fan creators. The compromise is this: he gets to strike off his channel, I get my work removed from his video, and for him to never use my work again, and we agree not to cross paths again. Long conversation ensues. See, here's the screenshot. I even showed him the screenshot, proving that what I did wasn't wrong, because look at this, says, a musical work that happens to sound nearly identical to a pre-existing copyrighted song, copyrighted musical, does not infringe on the author's copyright if that similarity occurred by coincidence or just because the two songwriters happen to come up with the same work independently. See? Didn't I fucking say that? And also, I wanted to say, I messed up in the original tweet here, but I also told him that why would you even pursue legal action, threatening to pursue legal action towards me, a person who's technically a teenager still. I'm gonna be 18 in the future, like very soon this year anyways, but imagine hypothetically if the court case did happen. If the court case did happen, hypothetically, I'm sure that the judge would probably completely dismiss it because of the fact that I am still a kid. I am a minor. And plus, you're suing me over something that isn't even wrong. I didn't steal any of your music, dude. So, what the fuck? Alright, a bunch of screenshots. Oh! And also, he even tries to say that, like, he thinks that I stole a Genesis rendition of the Steamboat Willie theme, when that is actually not the case. Saying that I speed it up or something and whatever. Like he said, I speed it up and whatever. When, get this, I never actually did any of that. And I even commented on that guy's video letting him know that if somebody tells you that I stole anything from you, just know that it's not true. Hell, as I'm editing this video, I even have two comparisons. I'll show you his version of the song, which, by the way, credits to Rummy or Rumi, whatever your name is. I'm sorry if I'm like butchering it, but credits to you for the piece, because I'm going to be using this video as an example on how mine's is different than his. Mine's is not just some faster version of it, because like I said, I didn't take it. It's not just slightly sped up a little bit, but the pitch is also different. And the opening part of the song is actually used twice in my version, whereas in his, it's only used once. The comparisons are right here. Here's the comparisons. Okay, now in terms of the part where he says about the whole racism thing, he says that I was being racist and everything, and I like, and he's like, I don't believe you did, and we will be in the same boat again if we wouldn't be in, and we will be in the same boat again if you upload my work without permission. Please just don't. But I didn't do that. But I made those tracks. Keep your grimy white boy hands off of them. Thanks. Again, and it's not really racist. It's just me freaking trolling the guy at this point. But I guess I can see why how someone might think of it as a racist remark. But I wasn't trying to be. It was just me just saying like a really dumb joke. But I guess it was at a bad time, so I will take accountability for this as well. So there is even more, and he's like, if you're using something I believe is mine, after I've explicitly told you not to, I would strike it, but it wasn't yours. Yes, they sound similar, but that doesn't mean I fucking stole it, dude. Like, my lord. And he said, I fixed the music, now remove the strike. I'll take this as your word, and everything. He even showed me a screenshot that he removed it, which is good, which is nice. And he's like, the resolution seems to be in place. A man of my word, I removed the strike and asked him to hold up as in the agreement. He still won't fess up to stealing my work, but at this point, I'm just happy to settle on him not using it again. I just let him have the last word just to be done with this and hopefully move on. Nope, we're not done yet. I was away from the computer for the evening. He gets to being busy. Wisely, he uploads his false copyright strike video posted above earlier to YouTube with an added "go fuck yourself" directed to me at the end. He saw the video. How the fuck did he? Bro, this guy is terminally online. This guy is terminally online. I thought he said he was married. Bro, go spend time with your wife. But yes, I did upload that video. I guess he saw it. But then he continues the thread from earlier, redoubling down that he did nothing wrong at this point. He hasn't re-uploaded the video using my song yet, but he's feeling empowered. He got what he wanted, strike or move without repercussions, so why not go back to being a jerk, right? That wasn't me being a jerk. Again, that video was posted way before you removed the strike. It's just that now that you removed the strike, I actually was able to upload the video because they said that if you have a strike on your video, you're not allowed to upload a video for the next 90 days, which is about 3 months. So with you removing the strike, that gave... It wasn't me manipulating you. I was simply asking you to remove the strike, and you did, and I thank you for that. But now, with you removing the strike, it gave me the opportunity to actually upload that video because, like I said, you're not allowed to upload anything if you have a strike for the next 90 days. But since it was gone, I just said, you know what? I have the video. I'm going to upload it. That's what I did. And all of that stuff was up. And guess what? The version that you see on my Twitter isn't even the finished one. It wasn't the finished version. So the part where you're like, the added "go F yourself" part, that was from the last part of the video that was edited before posting it. Just thought I'd clarify this now so that no one gets the wrong idea here. And he continues the thread from really basically redoubling down that he did nothing wrong. I just said that part. For context, the first screenshot of the video is a black screen video, sped up version of my song playing. Notice the title in the top left corner is January 21st, 2022. Okay, this is actually the one part where I was actually just trolling the guy at this point. I trolled him, like, I obviously just posted it on my Google Drive before coming back speaking to him. This was just me trolling him. This whole entire part right here, this whole thing is just me trolling the guy right here. I was doing this because I just said, you know what, screw this, I'm gonna take advantage of the situation, I'm gonna do something stupid, and I just felt like doing something dumb, and this is what I did here. This is just me trolling, y'all. This isn't me trying to make up some shit. This was just me trolling right here. This whole thing right here. This is all me trolling. And yes, I'm very well aware that the CapCut was a software that was made in 2019 and everything and all this stuff. Again, I was trolling him on that part. I literally was trolling. I was literally trolling. And I even told him that I was trolling. I can't begin to understand why you think that would be appropriate or called for. If you antagonize me, I will respond. Let's not draw this out. Let it be. Have a good evening. Dude, if someone is antagonizing you, you don't respond to it, you ignore it. So, dude, like, bro, the only time when I respond to something is only if I'm being accused of something that's legitimately serious. But if it's something that's not even that big of a deal and I know it isn't true, I'm not going to bother responding to it. But because of the fact that you are accusing me of stealing music that I didn't steal, by the way, and that, to me, I took that as a serious thing. So what I did was respond to it the best way that I could. But this part right here, this whole entire thing right here was just me trolling, y'all. Okay? This part right here was just me trolling. Okay? Like, damn. Whether I'm not going to allow your stupid action to destroy me and my team's work. I made the music, so what if it sounds similar to yours? Whether it's coincidental or not, I could care less. I don't, because like I said, that's not really wrong. It's not illegal and it's not infringing on anything. And I said that, do as you will, I have my receipts. Just as I have my music. Screw off, leave my channel, leave my team alone. Don't strike any more of my stuff. I don't make assumptions that I stole anything because I didn't. If the music is coincidental, then that's what it is. Who cares? Exactly, because like I said, nothing is wrong with that. I didn't steal anything, so why am I being accused? If you use my stuff, I will strike it, but I didn't use your stuff. I even made a sarcastic smile right there because, like I said, I didn't. And even if you should have never made it public to begin with. And he's like, I actually didn't make those songs public. You ripped them from my channel using illegal MP3 play. Dude, posting anything on Twitter or any platform on the internet is making your shit public. Anybody, like, imagine if, like, I uploaded, an episode of my show, right? Uploading that cartoon, even with the Arnold Stark 123 copyright registered on it, I'm still making the cartoon public because I'm giving everybody around the internet and the world access to watch it. So you saying you didn't make your videos, your songs public is actually not true. Just because you didn't post them on your Google Drive for people to use doesn't mean that you didn't make those public. You did by posting them on YouTube. If you didn't post them on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or any platform that you own, then your project isn't public. You made the song on you posted the song on YouTube. You made that shit public by posting it on YouTube. Anybody who posts anything on the internet, you made that shit public for people to either see, read, watch, or listen in any way, shape, or form. You made that shit public, you fucking idiot. See, I even commented on it and posted that, and I even said, posting anything on YouTube makes the project public, you idiot. And with the accusations you made against it literally proves that anyone can easily take those risks and use them however they want to. Not saying I did that, but it is very possible. And if the software was illegal, it would have been shut down already. So there, that's what I said, because it was true. If that MP3 rifter was freaking illegal, it would have been shut down already, but it hasn't. So I don't see anything morally wrong with there. And he's like, thanks for publicly admitting to breaking YouTube's terms of services. I didn't. I didn't admit to anything. How is that breaking YouTube's terms of services? It was fucking public. Your project is fucking public. In fact, YouTube even has a feature called YouTube Premium where you get to pay money to download videos on your freaking device. Chan, I mean, I get it. I guess you might think of it being illegal because of the MP3 Rifter being a free version of that concept. But guess what? No one's gonna pay money to listen to something or download something you can easily find other ways to get for free. Why would I pay for something that is literally fucking free, you know? Think about that shit. Actually have a brain. And yes, I did block you afterwards. I did block you. Because I was sick of you. And yes, I did make this post. And I did end up making that post, and then I had ended up blocking him. Which is something that happened. No, he has conveniently deleted the post contact containing his January 2012 proof of the thread. It's not because I told you that I was trolling. So of course I deleted it because I wasn't going to keep it on there. It was just to piss you off for that one moment. Look, a little bit of light trolling hasn't really hurt anyone. I did a little bit of trolling there, and then I said, you know what? I'm not keeping this anymore. I might as well just delete it. Dude, it was just me trolling, okay? Like, damn. And I said, how am I publicly admitting something I never did? Just because I said that a lot of people have access to take risks for themselves doesn't mean I've done it. And even if I have done it, which I have, but not for the things he's accusing me of, but like for other things, I would only use those for my own personal videos anyway, you know, or for sound effects and everything that I need for my projects, you know? That's really about it. But for what he's accusing me of, like, that's some bullshit. That's bullshit. And yes, like I said, I did delete those. Yeah, a lot to unpack here. Notice how his tone and temperament changes wildly throughout this whole interaction. I'm inconsistent. I'm just an inconsistent kid. When he thinks he has the upper hand, he's throwing racism, slurs, and insult. Dude, I did not show any racism. I did not say any slurs. And, well, technically, I did say the word retarded at one point off screen and everything, but not in the ways that he's contextualizing. Not in the ways he's contextualizing. Keep that shit in mind. And insults. And if I was using insult, I just do it for like literally for a joke. Hell, I insult freaking pedophiles in front of my parents. Me and my parents literally make jokes about pedophiles. Like, we insult them. We insult and belittle them for having sexual interactions with minors, okay? We literally make jokes like that, making fun of them, saying, yo, these adults getting with minors is disgusting, all this shit, okay? So, like, come on, dude. Like, what the fuck? You try as the playing the I'm just a kid card. The you're harassing me card. Dude, it felt like harassment at that point. Because you're getting mad at me over something I'm not doing. You know? You're getting mad at me over something that I'm not doing. And saying that I'm just a kid card. Because I am. I am just a kid. I ain't got no money to sell this type of shit in this type of stuff in court. And you're over here suing me. Trying to sue me over something that I didn't even do. So technically, yeah, you are technically freaking harassing me at that point by even remotely threatening to pursue legal action to me, a minor who probably has no money to sell this type of shit in court. Dude, you are literally an adult. How did you not get this through your thick fucking skull, dude? Claiming to have made the song back in 2021, then claiming to have it done in 2012. Okay, I did make the song in 2021. The 2012 part was, again, me trolling. Deliberately saying before I released mine in admitting to using a software to speed up the music. All DAW software has a tempo slider of some sort, or a function often called warp. You do not need to export anything in a whole new software to change the speed. Because I didn't do that. I didn't export it to it. I exported it to my device and then sent it to another software called CapCut. I literally said that in the original video. I download the song, like the Genesis track that I put together, into my devices, and then I would open up my CapCut to then put the song on there to alter the pitch. That's what I said, that's what I did, and that is what I do. Dude, why are you twisting the fucking narrative here, my guy? Like, why? There is no coincidence that is blatant theft, lazy edits, and shoddily attempts to be covered up with lies. No one with any DAW knowledge could see and hear this and not see right through it. I wasn't lying, dude. Like, what the fuck? Dude, why are you twisting the narrative, my guy? Side note, I also like what I can only assume was an attempt to dig through my Twitter profile for dirt. He mentions my wife and my ethnicity a few times. Dude, because you had said that you were fucking... I did not dig through your Twitter profile. You actually had commented on someone making a comment on one of your videos from a few years back. So I kind of just acknowledged it based off of what I remembered from YouTube, because I don't even use Twitter often. I genuinely don't. And when I do, I only comment on other people's posts or making posts based off of stuff that I want to talk about. That's really about it. I did not dig through your fucking Twitter profile. I only remembered it based off of a comment that you made to somebody on one of your YouTube videos. Like, what the fuck? I keep my life private, but there are posts and pictures that indicate that I'm indeed Caucasian and indeed married. Bro. I don't look at Twitter, bro. So I don't even know you have pictures or any of that shit. So I don't know why you brought that shit up. And he tries to proclaim me and being nice about my wife and wishing us well. I did wish your family well, because I don't wish any hate upon you or your family. I just didn't like the fact that you struck my video falsely. And later used my ethnicity to make a hateful remark. Dude, only to follow it with just a joke. Because, dude, if I don't qualify as just a joke, how is anyone going to notice whether or not it's a joke or not? People could take that shit in a rude way, or people won't even know whether or not I am joking. So if I don't clarify that it's just a joke, people are going to think of me as some fucking ass, as some fucking, like, racist jerk or something. Like, dude, how do you want me to react, dude? Like, what? None of his pleasantries were sincere in the slightest. He's just desperately trying whatever he think to get what he wanted. The only thing I wanted you to do is to not strike my videos no more for music that I never took, dude. That's really all. All that aside, I am taking this last interaction as a thanks for taking the strike down. But I'm gonna do it again. He then proceeded to block me after I called him out and pointed out that he's broken YouTube's TOS by admitting to ripping. No, I do not rip audio like music stuff from videos to do what I do. I literally never once fucking said that, nor have I said that I've used the freaking Ripper for anything like that. I said other people probably might have done it, but I never said I did. And I'm not making assumptions either. I've even just said already that if I'm using it, it's only to get certain sound effects or certain things that I need for my projects or for my main YouTube videos. which I've done before from my video talking about gimmicks in Sonic the Hedgehog games. I literally use the Ripper for certain things, but not in the ways you're accusing me, dude. In a panic, I assume proceeds to then trash talk about me while I can't respond back due to the block, and then asks his boss to repeatedly report me. Like, dude, I have every right to say report somebody, but that's not harassment. How is that harassment? Dude, I may have said to report, but I never said harassment. Well, I'm tweaking some things on my YouTube channel as we speak. We'll be using the content ID tools more strengtheningly, and might try to OP for the audio stripping / blocking instead of strikes when possible. I have a lunch date soon with my lawyer friend and a relative of his who worked in music copyright for 40 years to go over my rights as a small creator and how to effectively enforce those rights without having to shell out a ton of money. It ultimately comes down to just having to accept the ethnicity of professionalism, meaning nothing on YouTube, and it's only when I could prove monetary loss or brand damage that I could take legal action, but I'll be preparing for that going forward. I also don't want this to be a deterrent for anyone who has used or wants to use my music in their projects. I live for that. I am honored and humbled to be part of the other people's projects, but only when appropriate songs, Google Drive, are being used, or if permission is given for songs not on there. When credit or shoutouts are given to me when my work is used, never when things are ripped and not credited, and never by individuals who cannot bother to treat me as a human being and not hurl slurs against me. This dude is subtly referencing me without even trying, dude. Like, bro, dude, I didn't do that shit. And another thing, I did try to treat you as a human being. Hell, the best way that I knew how was that, look, I was upset, okay? I did not appreciate being struck down on my video, especially by you. I didn't do nothing wrong to upset you or make you butthurt. But the fact that you're literally going throughout these ways to contact lawyers and all this other shit, trying to sue a child for something that he never even did, that's fucking pathetic, my guy. That is just pathetic, dude. I'm sorry. Like, I respect the fact that you want to protect your stuff, and I don't blame you. Like, that's fine. But you're literally just you're literally coming after me over something I'm not doing, you know? This instance wasn't a case of explicitly trying to hoard my work. It was about standing up for myself and demanding to be treated with respect as a human being, as a creator. I revoked permission from the individual because he is a toxic, ableist, and entitled. I am not ableist, and I'm not racist, you fucking idiot. Okay, I'm not repeating myself on those parts. I already said what I had to say about that. But please don't think that it means I'm going to just start striking or going over anyone who uses my content left and right. I only want to be credited and respected, that's all. Dude, if that was the case, you should have just contacted me and said, hey, your track sounds similar to mine, can you take this down? And we could have a mutual discussion about it. But no, you choose to freaking strike my video instead of fucking talking to me about it first before striking. So, yeah, that's a massive fucking red flag. So, who's the fucking dumbass here? I also want to wrap up by saying that I always make it a goal to be as polite and professional possible when interacting with anyone online. You were not doing that. If you were so freaking polite and professional, you would have A, not struck my video first, B, you should have talked to me first before deciding to make a strike or anything, or even, and 3, you should have never fucking threatened to pursue legal action towards a kid who probably ain't got no fucking money to survive in a court case. We are all humans and deserve to be treated with kindness and respect, period. Yeah, I would agree with that if that was what you did to me, but you didn't. You didn't show me any of that shit before or after striking my video, bro. You didn't. I am appreciative of my fans and collaborators and everyone in between who gives me the time of day to give my silly little tunes a listen. I love y'all and can't thank you enough for the support, but as I am human, I am also flawed. Yeah, really flawed. I tried to act in my best interest to stand up for myself and my music in this situation, not to be demanding or insulting despite my emotions. I like to think I acted ethically, but maybe I didn't at times. You didn't throughout this whole fucking thing, dude. Maybe I said things I shouldn't have. You said a lot of things you shouldn't have, like threatening to pursue legal action to a fucking teenager who has no money. Who has no money in his name to freaking survive in a court case. And also not bothering to talk to me about the situation before striking my video. Or worried something poorly at some point in all of this. I feel like I said or did anything overboard here. Yes, you did. Please feel free to tell me. This is a learning experience for me, and I am open to criticism on how I've handled this and how I will handle things going forward. I conclude by once again saying, do not harass the individual. It is not my goal to get him dogpiled, banned, or blocked or anything like that. I just needed to document what I have experienced and how he has treated me and my side of the story in case his posts end up causing causing a dot pile on me. Well, at least here's my receipts. Bully is the end of it, but we'll update this document if anything else happens. Thank you for reading this. Thank you for the support. And as always, thank you for listening. Yeah, I read the whole fucking thing, and I've already said my points. So what did I learn here from this? You freaking didn't bother to be professional or anything. You struck my video instead of just freaking talking to me about it first before doing those kind of courses of action. You threatened a teenager to pursue legal action especially if you didn't even bother to consider the fact that the kid probably does or doesn't even have money to survive in a court case. And like, I'm gonna just say it, dude. I ain't done shit wrong, but you know what? You keep doing what you want to do. I'm gonna just say it right here, y'all. Please, thank you for watching this video, and have yourselves a fantastic day and take care. God, this shit really pisses me the fuck off, man.